This is the CV design you need to land more interviews. And in case you're new here, I'm Raj. I work as a careers consultant at the University of Cambridge, and I've professionally reviewed over 2,000 CVs. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to make this CV step by step, and I'll explain what makes it so irresistible. Let's dive in. Okay, so before I reveal my top 3 fonts for CVs today, it's important to have a word about why fonts matter. See, fonts influence the way we feel. And a look at the fonts used by Apple, Nike, make clear that sans serif fonts, and that's the fonts with clean lines and no squiggly add-on bits, are the dominant type of font. Clean lines indicate clean thinking, plus sans serif fonts tend to feel more modern. And so my top 3 font choices today for CVs, in reverse numerical order, in number 3, we have Century Gothic. It's clear and solid, even a bit playful with these rounded edges. In second place, we have a great contender in Brawalia New. It's clean, it's modern, it's minimalist. And in first place, if you are choosing a font for a CV today, it has to be Deng Xian. And at font size 11.5, it's so crisp, it's beautifully weighted, and honestly works so well, whatever sector you're using your CV for. The second crucial CV design principle is the use of blank space. See, most people feel super uncomfortable when they have blank space on their CV. They feel like, oh, I've missed an opportunity to say more about myself, but this is a classic trap. If you don't leave that sense of spaciousness for the recruiter, their first impression of you as a candidate is going to be negative. See, we risk the feeling that they feel claustrophobic, and that's easier to see when we look at this example. Since the average CV only gets viewed for 3.9 seconds, you can't afford the recruiter even having a split-second feeling of negativity. And what's more, eye tracking software shows exactly how recruiters read CVs, and you'll see the areas with highest interest almost always follow blank space. In short, blank space is not dead space. It defines where the reader should be on that page. Contrast is the third feature of expert CV design. Black text on a white background gives you the greatest amount of contrast, and so it's a great choice for CVs. All too often I see CVs using black but then grey. Grey doesn't contrast super well with white. Low contrast areas essentially tell the reader, hey, this isn't worth reading. The fourth feature of good CV design is compositional balance. Often overlooked, it's the difference between this and this. Having some text over on the right hand side, whether it's dates or locations, helps balance out the page. It just feels right. And number 5, avoid italics anywhere on CVs. They simply don't belong. And if you're using bold, use it sparingly and in one clear area only. This avoids the risk of overwhelming the recruiter. Now, with those modern CV design principles in place, it should be clear why this is a standout CV. It's got a great modern font, it's got sufficient blank space for the reader not to feel constrained and claustrophobic, it's got high contrast colours only, it's compositionally balanced with content over on the right hand side, no italics, and sparing but consistent use of bold. The only thing left is to show you step by step how to make this in Microsoft Word so that you can use this CV design yourself. First up, go to Layout, and on Margins, select Moderate. Next, Font to Deng Xian. Set the font size to 18. Type your name, hit Return, then set font size to 9, and write down the town you live. Have 2 spaces, then a full stop, another 2 spaces, and then your email address, and do that for your phone number too. We want to lose the hyperlink on our email address because we want all the text to be uniformly black. And to do that, right click on it, go to Link, and then Remove Link. Next, go up to Insert, choose Shapes, and then choose the second icon. Then drag a line manually from around here to here, choosing the black option. Then you want to right click on the line itself, select Format Shape, and set its width to 1.25 points. Perfect. We want our name in bold. Then set the font size to 12.5 for the heading. This can be education or experience, it's your call. Then the font size to 12 for the next line of info. using bold on these parts here and pushing that date over to the right hand side for compositional balance, just inside where your line ends. We add another black line here, this time with a width of 0.5 points, lining it up with the first line. Then for the body of the text, we want a font size of 11.5. And this is where we're going to be talking about the skills we have that relate to the job description. And choose this bullet point and it automatically indents to the perfect amount. And we can see now the DNA of that 10 out of 10 CV and how you can craft it for yourself. Now, with the design side of things covered, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of how to write and choose what to write inside of CVs, then you definitely want to check out this video in the pop-up banner because I go through exactly that. Let me know if you have any questions about CVs in the comment section down below. It's always a joy to reply. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. I'll catch you next time.